You ready to start fighting for real?
Alright, cool. We're almost past the good times. We're almost to the point where the bitching and moaning will truly set in, because we're about to go down to the lower undead burg where the Capra demon lives. Then again, there's always the chance that we do real good against the Capra demon. It's very small, but it's not impossible. Alright, I'm tempted to just homeward bone out of here, which is probably what I'm going to do. Need to set this shit up better. And there you go. Now, before we level up, let's finish upgrading the longsword so we have another weapon option. You don't want to end up like John Freeman, who didn't have weapon. If you're like, who the hell's John Freeman? I'm like, he's Gordon Freeman's brother. Dumb shit. What are you, simple? Okay. The Gargoyle Tail Axe also just uses regular Titanite shards, so that gives us another weapon. We've gone from deprived to spoiled so quickly. I don't really have any reason to go down the Dark Root Garden. So I'm not going to. That's the moral of that story. We're almost up to our 10. In fact, we might get more humanity just from killing enemies. So. And we're about to use one. Reversing our Halloween as well. Woo. Boom. And now we can start leveling up some more. It might seem kind of dumb to put points in endurance this early, but I keep expecting like a piece of heavy ass armor to drop. And and plus, can we... Okay, that puts us in a mid-roll if we want to try to use both of these weapons. Let's play around with a longsword, son. Get our sword legs back. But Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no sword legs. I know that, Tenfey. If I get our used to the sword, I mean, let's go in here and make one more pass at slaughtering Boulder Knights. Remember, we were fighting our way down to the lower undead burg, so, it gives me an excuse to farm all these enemies one more time. Okay. I'm never going to scoff at backup longswords. The spear would be better to fight these rapier knights on the stairs, probably, but I'm too lazy to change my equipment. Plus, anyone dies to a good parry. I'm not going to bother killing the other one upstairs because you got to get through all those damn draglings just to do it. It ain't worth it. How do you pull just one of these guys? Like that. You destroy his favorite bench that he always sets in the back so that he can snooze and play his Game Boy Pocket without the preacher noticing. God, that was the dream back when I was a kid and I had to go to church. Is if there was some way to just sit and play your Game Boy. Jesus wouldn't mind. He'd be like, nah, that's Final Fantasy Legend. That's the first Saga game. Go ahead, my son. The joke of that is that you kill, quote-unquote, God at the end of that game. You're real clever slightly delaying your attack. Miyazaki put a lot of fucking love and care into your fucking programming, didn't he? Guess who won Best Boy at the Dark Souls Rap Party? Whatever, I don't want any of your dumb Baka Knight armor to start with. Okay. As long as you always calmly and seductively walk around this corner, you can backstab this guy. Oh, he likes to pretend he doesn't notice you, because spoilers, he likes getting backstabbed. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I am going to exploit it. Right, buddy? Whew, almost didn't make it up to him in time to parry him. I don't know what the hell he was doing. I guess he was trying to, you know, actually get tactical advantage out of wielding a spear. You're the AI. You're not supposed to have a tactical advantage. You're supposed to make me feel powerful and handsome when I kill you. 169, please. Swords can somewhat be used for plunging attacks, but they're not very proper. You're not going to get your Dragoon certification if you show up plunging with a sword. 269, son, for the price of one. What a deal. I don't even need to parry, y'all. I just realized I could just kick your shields away and stab you, but it's less satisfying. Should we fight the Dark Knight up at the top? He could drop his fucking ultra great sword. Whew. I don't know if I want to spec that heavily into using that big fucking sword, but it would get us closer to eventually using our demon hammer. I've made a backup shield, backup waistcloth. Nobody drops a chest armor around here. What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take to get some Thaco on them titties today? I'm like, you're asking me? I'm the one who needs the fucking armor. I believe we're playing the wrong characters. There's a claymore right here, but I don't know nothing about such things. Well, I know enough to know that it's there. So I guess I don't not know nothing when you think about it. What was you, Crowder? Stingy? Oh god, I was like, what's going to make him reappear? And it was thinking about him. Hellkite drakes are like skinwalkers. Just thinking about them summons them. Oh, spoilers, by the way. Don't think about skinwalkers, if you can help it. Alright, what's the best way to get there? Is it to just run from here and get burned up? Probably not. We should probably take the responsible back. You know what I'm going to do? There's some rats over here. But unfortunately, they're not rat bros, so we have to slaughter them. But the benefit to that will be they can drop a humanity item. It's just showing you the innate humanity of rats. Don't don't rush yourself, buddy. I dare him. I was going to say, I was looking to see if he had an item on him, because I guarantee it'd be that fucking chest armor. Oh, these things can poison you, though, so be careful. We'd probably be... Yeah, we should have used the spear against them. We didn't plan properly for rat antics. Boys. That's me when I show up in Ishizoku Reviewers at the Burmesian brothel. And I didn't bring my 2-for-1, my 269 for 1 coupon or nothing. I'm like, man, I really didn't prepare for rat times, did I? That's on me. Hell yeah, it paid off. Guess I'll just be able to afford the 169. There goes my weekend. It's like renting a bad video game. It's the perfect analogy. Oh, good God. Have I mentioned recently how I appreciate how y'all are willing to tolerate so much of my nonsense? It means a lot to me. I guess we should benefit from our spoils. Don't forget you can use more than one item at a time. This is Dark Souls Remastered. Otacon. It's the end of the first disc. I have to use individual humanities. But Snake, this is the power of PC gaming. You could use all of your humanity. Figured a little Metal Gear Solid 4 joke would be the thing to get y'all back in spirits. It's like how in Citizen Kane they have that one scene of the screaming parrot, and it was literally there to wake the damn audience up. They were there watching the movie. I've just got to throw some Metal Gear shit in here so y'all start paying attention again. I already know that Tenfey's been regulated to the second monitor. But if you're hashtag primary monitor when you watch Tenfey videos, leave a comment. I could walk out here and punch you, I suppose, but a spear would probably prove more useful. Yeah, I'm going to kill all the draglings we come across, because I want armor. If we get their armor, we get the one boot. I believe that was a meme in the original Dark Souls Deprived run from the early days of Tenfey. Sip, sip. Talk shit, get sipped. That's my Dark Souls shirt. It's going to make me a millionaire. It's going to rival Blow Me and Get a Life for the best Hot Topic video game t-shirts. Of course, nothing can surpass the ultimate Hot Topic shirt, which would be Gurr from Invader Zim in his little green dog outfit, riding on the back of Rainbow Dash, and he's holding Pickle Rick. That's a powerful fucking combo right there, boys. Oh, we gotta work one of them little Among Us guys in there. Hell yeah! I was just saying, the Hot Topic, the ultimate Hot Topic shirt keeps evolving over time. You're like, yeah, I know, you could cut fucking Gurr from Invader Zim, and frankly, nowadays you could cut Rainbow Dash off the shirt without losing anything. I don't believe they're part of the current zeitgeist. Oh no, we've become heavy with the weight of responsibility of having armor. Even sacrificing our helmet wasn't enough. Oh well, that just means we can actually... If you're willing to mid-roll in a Souls game, there's a lot you can equip. But look at you, Dodgy Joe! The most powerful Hollow. Oh, he learned. Dodgy Joe carried on his mimetic memory. Once again, to get back into talking about Metal Gear. Whew, I don't like the slightly clunky nature. Which of these weighs more? You weigh 3.5. You weigh 3. So if we take our helmet off and our spear off... Damn, still mid-roll. I don't feel bad about putting points in endurance now. Well, I'll tell you what, just for the time being, we're going to have to go back to no chest armor until we can take care of a certain boy in the tower. We don't have the master key, so to get the Havel, we're going to have to go fight the Moonlight Butterfly. Please, no, God. Okay, I got it. I finally got his item. And like I said, these guys have the higher chance of dropping fire bombs. But there's always the chance you get that one boot. The old one boot scoot, they call it. He stood there so poised and ready with that crossbow. And missed. Very satisfying good noise they make when you kill them. Hell yeah. We are taking the extra double scenic route to the basement, which we have to if we don't want to get burned to death by the damn Drake, so... I'm just looking at it as a happy little excuse to slaughter all these damn foot soldiers for their delicious drops. Got the shield up at the last second. It's the same helmet I already have. Real exciting. We're so spoiled with drops now that fun. I remember earlier I was like, the best part of a Deprived run is you're excited by every drop. And now when I see a glow on an enemy, I'm like, oh boy, another waste cloth or another spear. Be still my heart. You're like, are you finished with those farming Boulder Knights and Hollow Soldiers? And I'm like, no, I'll never be finished. I like our new dynamic viewer Chan where you're SpongeBob and I'm Squidward. It works real good, I think. Alright, the thieves down here are aggravating. Our spear will give us quite the advantage over them, but we do have to be careful not to get parried. But remember, it's one of the first rules. On the first day of Dragoon School, the Dragoon teacher comes in there and writes in real big letters on the chalkboard. Yeah, they still use chalkboards. It's a Dragoon School. What are you expecting? Fucking LED screen input? Dry erase markers? No, sir. Anyway, the first thing they write is you can't parry a jump attack. It's the only lesson I learned in Dragoon School, because I spent the rest of the semester drawing sexy doodles of the Dragoon instructor. It's my own damn fault. My parents are like, we paid how much to send you to Dragoon School, and you just spent the whole year beating off to your teacher? And my dad's like, hell yeah. Put her there, son. I'd pay twice as much. Okay. Just imagine if these I was going to say this spear, but imagine if these spears had never dropped, son. This playthrough would be so Dragoon banterless. You're like, yeah, it'd be a real shame if you had to pick another joke to run into the ground instead. I bought the resident key so I can let this asshole out of his, here. If I killed him, he would drop, I think he would drop the Slumbering Dragon Crest ring, which wouldn't be bad. But I don't really want to kill him. If your first thought when you see an NPC in a Souls game is, what can I gain from murdering them? Son, you play Souls a little bit different than I do. You and Lautrec and Yurt the Silent Chief might have some good times hanging out. Well, good job, Thief Chan. Thief Chan, you are pissing me off. Why, Thief Chan? Why must you be so intangible yet so desirable? There we go. See if any of the other thieves dropped thief pants. Nope, there's a mail breaker in there. Because you're a mail breaker. Dream, no. I'll do y'all a service, and I'll end that one early. They'll say, I'm not thinking for, looking out for you. Be a shame if any undead dogs came running over here. Dogs are always the worst enemy in video games. And if they're dogs that are slightly lower than you on a raised... Like in Souls games, having the high ground is such a disadvantage. Anakin Skywalker would have been so tickled if he'd have fought Obi-Wan in the undead burg. Because Obi-Wan would have been like, Anakin, don't do it, I have the high ground. And Anakin's like, I know, idiot. And he just starts stabbing Obi-Wan in the knees. And Obi-Wan's fucking AI wouldn't know how to react to it. Okay, you slightly walked around my firebomb I was throwing. So good job. If you see them holding their knife up in front of their face, they're trying to parry you. Ooh! Get fucking stabbed. Awful lack of thiefly pajama pants and such being dropped. I'm just saying. The thief starting set is in one of these rooms, but unfortunately we can't murder someone to get it. And if you can't murder someone to get it, it's not worth having. That's how Dexter of Showtime's Dexter plays Souls games. I only had to make that distinction because earlier in this recording session I was talking about Dexter's Lab. I didn't want you all to get mixed up. Am I the first person to correlate those two characters? Probably. There's a thief right around the corner, living the dream of being a huge piece of shit that wants to stab me. And the lock-on camera's like, no, you don't know they're there, so you're not allowed to target them. They're like a bad GM who's like, you saw his notes on the other side of the screen, so you know there's an ambush coming up. And you're like, I don't walk in the room because I know there's an ambush. And he's like, no, you're cheating. You're cheating! Rocks fall, everyone died. Yeah, He-Man. See if I invite you over for game night again. And then Beastman walks in the room and is like, hey, I drank the last Mountain Dew. And Skeletor's like, Beastman, you furry fool. I needed those for when I go to play Counter-Strike. How am I going to get headshots? Oh, I was so busy doing my world-famous Skeletor impression, I didn't comment on the fact that we finally got a decent fucking dress shirt to wear. We just got to find that balance of gear that we can wear it and still fast roll. Oh, Lord, I might have to give up my helmet again. Son, she looks so fucking, like, beefy. She's got big shoulder pads. It's like that dress Callie Briggs wears in SWAT Cats. So we're just going to shoulder tackle our way through the enemies. I like it. Cool and, might I add, the gang. Now this lady's up here. And I would love to have some of her mosses. Her fine mosses. We're probably going to get poisoned at some point, so let's have at least 5 of these. We're not going into Toxic Town just yet. So, we could get away with not buying any blooming moss at the moment, since I do want to gain some levels.
Come again, if you please.
What a nice lady. Son, you almost have some thumbnail potential in there, but not quite. There's a rat at the end of this hall that I'm going to obliterate in the hopes of getting a humanity item to drop. Oh yeah, you have a regular soul item there too. I completely forgot at the beginning of the game. Oh no, my one weakness, walls. Let's go out here and say hey to these boys. Hey boys, remember me earlier when I didn't have no weapons or armor? Well, guess who ate their vegetables and drank their milk and farmed corpses and has come back stronger than ever. I'm just slaughtering them for leisure now. Let's see if we can get the Garrett jump. Oh, he moved. If you play your cards right, you can jump, plunge, attack this one hollow every time. And I learned that because my friend Garrett showed it to me. And I always try to imitate it, but unfortunately we can't all be Garrett. Son, what a world it would be. Alright, I'm going to run down here and slap a few points in endurance. See if we can't do something about getting that helmet on my head again. Should we eat all of our soul items just yet? Probably save those for when we need consumables, right? I'll use all the cheap ones. Boosh. Level up. Do-do-do. I guess we could do the actual maths. You know I hate it. Okay, our current equip load is 55, which is not easily divisible by 4, unfortunately. What is... Let's see, 12 times 4 is 48, right? 13 times 4 is 52? Or something? Am I doing the math right? Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. We're so close. This shield is real fucking heavy, too. To be honest. If we had a lighter shield... What enemy drops a lighter shield that's good? The skeletons, can drop their little red and white round shield. It's not bad. I mean, it doesn't have very high physical block percentage, though, so what can you do? Alright. Our current objective is Havel. What's the most direct route to get to him? All roads lead to Havel. We'll run through the parish, past Andre, past the Titanite demon. We can head down to the basin. No, wait, we need to... I forgot, we have to actually kill the Moonlight Butterfly. If we summon Witch Beatrice, the Moonlight Butterfly fight can be fairly straightforward. So, and if we kill some mosses along the way, hopefully some blooming purple moss will drop. Good for us. You know I can't pass through the church without killing Balder Knights, though. That would just be blasphemy. Let's go back to spearing. God, I need the damn bottomless box if I'm going to keep all this extra gear I'm finding. Ooh. Ah. Jump attack! He never anticipated it. I think they should bring back the big shoulder pad dresses from the 80s. AKA the Callie Briggs dress, as they're canonically known. And while you're at it, just bring back Callie Briggs too. You're like, how would they do that? They would have to like bring back SWAT cats. I'm like, oh, you said it. He said it. Ted Turner, weren't me. Ted Turner had this weird agreement with me where if I could like indirectly convince someone else to recommend bringing back SWAT cats to him, then he's forced to do it. Oh! Lord help us. We've become powerful and armored with our exposed midriff. Everyone knows the rule of anime armors is that the more midriff a lady shows, the more powerful she is. But unfortunately, we can't fast roll at the same time. So we're going to have to stick with our hoodie, our pre-distressed hoodie. Don't tell your grandma. She's like, you're telling me you paid more to get a hoodie that already had a big hole in the side? And Rouge here was like, you wouldn't understand, Grandma. If it's not bell-bottom jeans and alpaca sweaters, you don't think it's fashion. Alright, I believe Andre sells the bottomless. No, he doesn't. The undead merchant sells the bottomless box. Shit. There goes my plan. My well-laid plan, might I add. Definitely not going to fight the Titanite demon. I don't really have a reason to, although he can drop his weird, I think it's called a catching pole, which is, I mean, not a terrible weapon, but I'll stick with the spears and the longswords that I'm used to. Thank you. Alright, these Ferme La Bush enemies, as we call them. I gotta be careful because they'll whip you. Ooh, ooh. 2 stabs, two-handed R1s is enough to take one down. That's good to know. That's combat data. I'm extracting it from him. It's like these Bushmen are stars and I'm Albert Wesker leading them into the Spencer Mansion. I gotta collect that combat data. Of course, if Barry Burton were here to just annihilate them with a flamethrower, I wouldn't scoff at the idea. Oh, you're good. But I'm gooder. Hiding in the ground? Not on my watch, mister. Blood red moss clumps are useful. They stop bleed buildup. But usually by the time you're bled, you're dead. Or you don't realize what's going on. So I never really bother with them. I mean, you saw in the undead burg when we were fighting them thieves, we were at high risk of getting bled. So, alright, I'm not going to set at that bonfire because once I beat the butterfly, I want to homeward bone back to Andre. If we can get an enemy to drop a blunt weapon, LOL, you'd think these grass, quote-unquote, monsters could drop a blunt weapon. Figured I'd throw a few of them jokes in there. In case you're Dave Chappelle's character from Half Baked, give you something to giggle and chortle about. But if we do find a blunt weapon that we want to use, we could get Andre to bless it once we get this blessed ember, and then we'll have an easier time if we want to go fight skeletons. Because skeletons hate holy blunts. Hell yeah! Bloomin' purple moss clump. I dare somebody to toxinify us. These gangle snakes can drop acorns, or whatever they're called. Not vestiges. Something. It's like a weird looking acorn, and if your head gets infected with maggots down in the Chaos Lands, you can use it to get rid of it. I think you could trade one to Snuggly the Crow for something as well. I don't quite remember if that's true. Alright, we're going to have to deal with at least one of these dudes, but if we get the drop on him and start deepsing him down, we should be alright. If he goes to cast Tranquil Walk a piece, that'll be annoying, but I think we could kill him before it took hold. There you go, it was very satisfying. We could get a shield or a sword off of them if we wanted to farm them, but I'm not worried about that. That man's real jittery. Hey, we didn't kill him. It was the fucking 9 cups of coffee he drinks a day. Alright, Witch Beatrice. Here's the deal, see? Moonlight Butterfly. Yeah, likes to fly around. Cast spells. I'm a melee man, see? Spear. Dragoon. Final Fantasy job class. Yeah. They're like, she's like, if you were a Dragoon, could you not jump up and attack them? I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? I'm a Dragoon in training. I haven't got my certificate. Why did I become the fucking stereotypical 30s gangster for this scenario? It got away from me. Hey, sweetheart, why don't you get down here and let this witch obliterate you? Still waiting for that mod for Witch Beatrice that turns her into a proper big titty cat witch, but I mean, I can only dream. I love it. Keep hitting him with them big, satisfying fucking soul arrows, boys. Alright, that's the heat-seeking one. That might kill us in one fucking hit, so we gotta be careful. I'm not gonna take any chances. I'm just gonna keep my HP full. Alright, everyone's real impressed by you spamming that one attack. Now let's kill you. Alright, Beatrice. Good fucking job. We're the heroes. Just need to run up a flight of inordinately long stairs. I think I need to take my vocabulary down a couple of notches. I think I'm proving I'm not responsible enough to use big words I don't really understand. We'll just have to play it by ear. Cool, cool, cool. Let's give Andre the holy ember so he can think we're real nifty.
I've seen one of them, might you like it? Well, you've made a fine decision.
Sure thing. Anything he sells that I want right now. I'm eventually going to want all of these, but it's not really. I guess the repair box, we could end up down in the depths in a real bad situation where our weapons are broken. So I'm willing to make that early investment. Let's repair what we have.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Thanks, buddy. I do want the bottomless box, so we should go pay the merchant a visit. Go ahead and get these up to 15. I'm thinking once we get Havel's ring, we'll be able to wear, of the current items we have, whatever the hell we want, and still fast draw. But, once again, we'll see. I'm saying that to justify the 3 points I just put in the vitality, and not endurance. Just in case some of y'all were raising an eyebrow, wondering what the hell I was doing. You're like, I'm starting to get the vague notion that Uncle Tenfey might have no fucking idea what he's doing. That can't be right. I'm telling you. 9 humanity. Fucking, I could open a weapon shop just from farming these enemies. How does that work, Vatty? Because I'm finding these swords and then resetting the enemies and more swords are appearing. Is matter being created from nothing? Where's my fan fiction? How does Inuyasha and Harry Potter work into this? It's not proper fan fiction unless Sasuke shows up. I'm just passing through here on the way to the undead merchant. But, I mean, once again, it would be irresponsible not to kill all Baldur Knights when possible for their sweet, sweet drops. Ooh. The old jump attack back roll. A staple Dragoon fighting technique. You're like, I don't recall seeing that in any Final Fantasies. I'm like, I didn't say Final Fantasy Dragoons, did I? Don't you feel like quite the fool? You will be deeply ashamed of your actions, words, and deeds when you criticize anything Tenfey says. Deader in a conch. That's my prognosis. Okay, I have no reason to kill these little spoony guys anymore because I have all the armor they drop and both of the weapons they can drop. Technically, I could get a crossbow off of the 2 crossbowmen, but I have no use for one. Bow and arrow, definitely, but a crossbow, not that big a deal, unfortunately. Crossbow fan XX69, I hate to be the one that had to break this to you, but it's just the way things are in Dark Souls. You know what? I should have gone through the damn... Yeah, I'm taking the completely idiotic route. I completely forgot I have the key to Havel. Havel's tower now. So I really should have just run through the Dark Root Basin to get through here to where the undead merchant is. Ah, well. Remember, the longer I walk around meandering, the more good times potential we have. The Tenfey equation. My favorite Michael Crichton novel. Yep. Once again, this diminishing returns. You're only excited. It's like the first time you find a green item. The first when you were playing original vanilla World of Warcraft, son. Boys, weren't you excited? And then eventually you're just like, it's got one more point of spirit. Okay, I'll just throw this other one away to the vendor. These things mean nothing to me. Grab this just for fun. Lloyd's Talisman makes me think of mimics. And the fact that I just realized that technically any mimic we kill, their item they drop would count as an enemy drop. But then again, they're technically a treasure chest, just that happened to come to alive and is trying to murder you. So it really is morally gray. I might not count mimics. Where do you stand on Mimic Gate, son? It tore the Dark Souls Deprived run community apart. When Entertain the Elk does his The Day Dark Souls Deprived runs die videos, that's going to be the cause. It's going to be Mimic Gate. Anyone want to follow me in here? I'm fighting Havel. I just don't want to run up here when Havel inevitably chases me out of here like the punk bitch I am and run into these guys. So I would prefer to have them taken care of preemptively. Alright, good. Alright, just go ahead and unequip your shield, because if you block one of Havel's attacks, you're already dead. So, we need to get any notions that we're going to parry that shit. Okay, which of you does higher critical damage? I guess it's not really a thing. Probably the spear. Okay, good. We got us a nice spearless fast roll setup. There's many times I've played Dark Souls, there's no reason I should get killed by Havel, but there's also no reason I should get killed by the Taurus Demon and the Belfry Gargoyles, but I believe we may have already burned that bridge. Oh God, he got me on the double. Let's lure him up here for fun and profit. The double sip. I never upgraded my Estus Flask, it just now hit me. I was like, good thing I have this +1 Estus Flask, and I look down and I'm like, huh, there must be a UI glitch. I don't see the little +1 next to my Estus Flask. But no, we got +1 to being Tenfey, which means you get -1 to all of your being good at a video game stats. How's that for fucking maths? Alright, I'm not going to be able to get behind him right there for the backstabs fish, unfortunately. I like that it forces his like model to stand in place, but like he's still looking around panicked. How horrifying. It's like he took the drug from Dread that slows down time for you. As I slowly sneak around him to stab him in the back. Slow and steady. That's how you murder Havel, son. Havel wasn't murdered in a day, son. You got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Just walk in off the street. Give Havel a firm head shake. Son, and I had him murdered within a week. You kids these days. With your meme builds. Don't understand good old-fashioned, honest Havel killing. I used to walk 15 miles upstairs to get to Havel to murder him, son. And that's just how you do it. Boom. Now let's see. Let's just put all of our good shit on. See what happens. Hell yeah, we can fast roll. Can we also have the sword equipped? No. We can't reach that level of being spoiled. So you do 146 base damage. And you do 148. Just saying. That appeared on the wall there. I thought it was like a haunting. Like when the Jesus Christ appears in your toast. What happened to you? I'm going to fight Havel and get the high score. Good thing I'm recording this for YouTube. Oh no. The search engine optimization is going to kill me. Alright, cool. We've reached the current goal. Our next goal, our next long-term goal is Capra Demon. Which means I want to try to put that off. No reason to kill the Hydra right now. He drops a ring that's no use to us. I believe it gives you spellcast or something. I don't even remember what the ring he drops does. We could kill the Halberd Knight down there, and if we got his Halberd to drop, we'd officially be spoiled. It'd be the weapon we could use for the rest of the run. Go down to Drake Town. There's not really a reason to. So let's head back to Firelink and gird our loins for the Capra Demon fight. That's the next stop on our Deprived Lordran tour. You'll pay for the whole seat, but you'll only be deprived for the edge. Well, hey, y'all waited real patiently for me, and I appreciate that. And your reward is to be swiftly murdered. Do we want to kill this guy? Fuck it. I don't care for his haughty attitude. Thinks he's tough shit just because he's like 7 foot tall. Not just about height, son. It's about girth. Boys, you take a lot of backstab damage. I'm just saying. Do y'all skip back day at the Lord Gwyn's fucking Black Knight gym? Alright. You got one in. You got your licks in. His only defense is the fact that the game has no fucking idea where his back hitbox is sometimes. Well, there you go. Why do we need to use the Black Knight sword? Oni-chan. 18 dex. We have enough strength to technically two-hand it, but we would need 18 dex. That gives us something to potentially work towards. Now, that requires Twinkling Titanite to upgrade. And we can actually get a fairly good amount of it to start with if we go and trade snugly one of each of the mosses. Plus, I believe we've gotten at least one from killing a lizard. Okay, sorry I tried to look at my inventory in a Souls game, Miyazaki. You didn't have to spawn an enemy specifically to run in here and punish me. Yeah, we've already got two. What I'm basically saying is the run is already won. It's like if you were playing Isaac and you just immediately found Book of Revelations, car battery, nun's habit, 9 volt. You'd be like, well, I guess we're set. Who needs damage when you can't die? Spoilers, I could very easily die with all of those broken items, and I probably have in a Tenfey video. Killing your crowd ain't even fun anymore. We overindulged in slaughtering these low-level enemies, and now that we no longer get to hide. They were a gateway enemy. I'm like, man, I can't even get out of bed unless I got a Boulder Knight there to backstab. You're like, oh, that's fucking pussy shit, man. I need at least 3 Black Knights before I can even get in bed. Tell you what, let's just run past the rest of them. We make such clanky noises considering we're barefoot. We carry all of our clankiness in our chest. He did fuck a Kingdom Hearts anime attack. He mashed the triangle button, and in Kingdom Hearts that basically makes you unkillable. See what Rat-chan has for us at the end of the hall. A humanity? Mayhaps? Nope. Get full healed, see if we can't get Garrett jump this time. It's like a speed run trick. It's like I'm going for Garrett jump. Swag strats. Oh yeah! Son, the spirit of Garrett's looking down on us right now, giving us the best thumbs up. He's up there in the clouds next to Mufasa and the samurai lion from Kung Pao Enter the Fist, who was a direct Mufasa parody. I mean, we all realize that. There's no need to point it out in the comments. Okay, let's throw some shit in this damn box. Oh wait. You, and you. I could drop some of this stuff, but it feels wasteful. What would my fellow Deprived think? They're like, you sold out. It used to be about the shitty items. It used to be about the drops, man. And now you're getting Black Knight swords. You fucking changed, man. You got that Havel's ring and it fucking changed you. I'm like, you don't know me. You don't know what I've been through. I had to buy fire bombs and throwing daggers, son. I earned that shit. Miyazaki didn't hand me anything. Oh, that reminds me. I need to upgrade my Estus Flask before I forget again. And also I need to mark Lautrec and get the Fat ring. Since it's one of the few rings we have access to. It's one of the few rings that we could kill a man to get. Excuse me, have you seen Lautrec? He's the guy that sits out here and stares at you while licking his lips and planning to murder you. Can't miss him. His armor looks like a lady hugging him. Do we need to reload the area? Let's see. Oh, hey, buddy. You followed me all the way down here. You notice there's another human man over here you could have attacked, but no. Just go for me. Just because I'm the player character. Alright. Let's see if Lautrec's down there now. Maybe he realized I'm going to kick him off a ledge and decided not to be sitting down here. Why isn't he sitting down here? That seems off. If she were dead, I'd understand, but that doesn't happen until you either get the 3 Firekeeper souls that you can access early in the game, especially with the Master Key, or you, I think, ring both the bells. I don't know. I guess we're going to have to fight the Capra demon without the fap ring, son. You hate to do a pre-fap Capra demon, but sometimes it happens. You'll be like Ben Stiller in There's Something About Mary. The Capra demon's there knocking on your door, and you're in the bathroom with the Sears underwear catalog, and you're like, just a second. I'll be ready to fight you. Oh, God. This is how Ben Stiller talks, apparently. I think we'll be alright if we believe in ourselves and the heart of the longsword. Is the longsword the weapon to use? The spear would be useful for those damn dogs. No, I think the spear would overall be better. When you're in a claustrophobic environment like that, you want something that's not going to hit the walls as frequently. And so a thrusting weapon is needed. Hey, what, lady, you sell me a couple of these. I'm going to use them against the Capra demon. Let's take these and these off. Where you at? There you are. Cool, cool, cool. I think this guy can drop a bow. That would be super fucking useful. Just saying. He heard me when I was walking down there talking about him dropping a bow, and so just to spite us, he took it straight into hell with him. Satan's like, what do you need a fucking bow down here for? And he's like, I did it out of spite. And Satan's like, all right. I like this guy. Hate in his heart. Nowadays, people get down to hell, they're just filled with remorse. It's boring. I want spite and vengeance. Isn't that what the plot to that Hell of a Boss YouTube cartoon is? I'm familiar with that show for certain reasons, but I haven't watched all of it. We simultaneously killed those 2 dogs. 2 dogs stabbing. Alright, let's do this, boys. By the book, Capra demon fight. That's how you like to see it done, boys. It's a rare day when Tenfey can fight the Capra demon without bitching and moaning, I'm telling you. Is it really even a Tenfey playthrough? I don't... If I see the viewership plummet, I'll be like, yeah, I understand. I cheated, y'all. Out of world-class bitching and moaning. I want to kill these things because their gear has poison resist on it, so it'd be useful when we go down into Blighttown. Considering our pots and pans and rags that we've strapped to us as our quote-unquote current armor, I don't believe has very high poison resist. Imagine that. You crowd like to use your advantage of numbers, don't you? Not saying it's dishonorable, but it's not honorable. It's somewhere in the middle. It's donorable. So, that's also how I would describe Santa's reindeer. Very donorable. That's one of the stupidest fucking quote-unquote jokes I have ever made on this channel. And I'm cognizant enough to acknowledge that. Do we want to head down into the depths? The thing is, once we go down there, I'd hate to come back out. Because you gotta climb your way, fight your way back out. But we're not going to have any fucking poison resist. Them rats are going to have a field day picking us apart with their nibbly rat teeth. They're adorable nibbly rat teeth. I may be so bold as to add. Alright, I want to buy moss from you. She's like, well then fucking do it. I'm like, but I also want to potentially level up. And she just screams coward as we run away. I could fight down there, get the large ember, fight my way back up to Andre, and it'd send these weapons past +5, but I would need a large Titanite shard. And the only current source of those are those damn slimes down in the sewers, but there's like a really rare drop. So I don't know how long y'all would want to sit and watch me fight them fucking things. But it would be quote-unquote the play. I say. And we could homeward bone out too. Yeah, you know what? Well, I'd be stupid not to go use these souls up first. Garrett! Yeah! We did it with a spear too, so it was a Garrett Dragoon jump. My favorite Japan-only RPG series, Garrett Dragoon. Alright, let's see if Lauteric, or what his name, let's see if Asshole Jones, we'll call him, has spawned down here. I'm still confused as to why this hasn't happened. You know, Blighttown's a rough area. Maybe we should go into Ghost Town now and get that additional Firekeeper soul. So we can have a Estus +2. Once again, it's the responsible thing to do. A nice thing about putting points in endurance, at least in Dark Souls 1, is that it also raises your max stamina. So, getting it up to 40, not a bad idea. Just saying. Not necessarily min-maxing if you're just trying to take advantage of the deals. Too, aren't I? So let's have that ready. Boom. Just thinking about going down there and buying some Titanite. Can you buy Titanite from that like magic blacksmith who's over there in that prison cell? I very rarely interact with him, so I don't know what his deal is. Son, I still haven't filled out the situation. Haven't read the room. When it comes to that guy. Alright, ghosts. You gotta be cursed to fight ghosts. But luckily I have 2 transient curses. So I can be somewhat cursed. The ghosts don't consider it a true curse, but it still hurts them anyway. So what can you do? The science behind the curse is irrefutable. My curse doesn't care about your feelings, ghosts. Okay. Even knowing that 3 ghosts are going to pop up right here, this is still incredibly dangerous. Because you can't really get them in advance. You have to walk out here for them to appear. And then try to get on the other side of them. There we go. That's what we want. Damn it, we hit the wall. Our entire plan fell through from 1 wall hit. Wall hits will work. Alright, good. Deepsen them down. Responsible ghost killing. That's what you like to see. That's me if I was an exorcist. I'm like, we're going to fuck this ghost up. And the other fucking, I assume, priest that's there with me is like, my child. There's no need for such language. I'm like, yeah, there is, because there's some ghosts in here, and spoilers, they're about to get fucked to double death. I don't just exorcise the ghosts. I hate fuck them out of the house. Now, these ghosts can actually drop a weapon. A ghost blade, I believe. Or a jagged ghost blade. One or the other. They can also drop more transient curse, which is good, because we're going to need that if we're going to keep murdering ghosts. And I don't have any intentions to stop just yet. Once I build up ghost murder momentum, it's hard to stop me. Once I exorcise the ghost out of your house, I just run next door. And just keep running down the street until I happen upon another house or establishment that's haunted. I'm like, I'm still at half-mast, son. I can bust another 2-3 ghosts tonight. I just... you just see me running through somebody's unlocked front door, and all you hear is me screaming, busting makes me feel good. Followed by the homeowner's horrified screams. They're like, honestly, I'd have took the ghost over that crazy man. It's all fun and games until the ghosts fight back. We were all having a good time until you started defending yourself like a coward. A real man takes this ghost fucking. And ask for seconds. Hide it in the floor where you can see some more. For shame, Doc. Can't believe we're getting so much mileage out of this first transient curse. It's going to run out right when we go to fight this next ghost, I guarantee it. We did it. I don't know if we're going to be able to get the screaming ghost, though. Don't do it. Don't scream. She did it. She's just like that big dog in that YouTube video where the guy goes, don't woof. And the dog makes the most exaggerated, oh, woof. In fact, instead of watching my shitty YouTube video, you could be watching that video on loop for like 4 hours. And you'd get so much more out of it. Alright, is there anything else down here we care about? There's a curse bite ring, but unfortunately it's not an enemy drop, so we can't have it. You're guarding some souls, I think. Let's see. Yeah. There is a green titanite in here that could be useful for making a blessed weapon later. Blessed be the weapon. We could make a cool guy jump and get it. Oh god, what are the odds I make the cool guy jump? We gotta try it. Cool guy! He did it. Cool guy's fallacy stated that we should have fell. I don't know how many ghosts are coming to kill me, but we're gonna grab this and we're gonna homer bone the hell out of here. Our boys saved us. I'm not even going to edit out the loading screen because my asshole clenched so tight right there in the last second. Alright, good. Our plan actually worked. I can't believe it either. And Lautrec decided to fucking show himself. What an asshole. Hey, buddy, why don't you hand me a reward for being your good friend?
I have your reward.
A sunlight medal? Well, you must be one of them sun bros like Solaire. I'm completely fooled. Get up, idiot. Say hi to Satan for me, piece of shit. Alright, we need to reload the area for that fat ring to appear now. Oh, I guess that didn't count as a proper reloading of the area. If we quit out and restart it, it's what Miyazaki wants. And there it is. And 5 fucking humanity. Alright, once we put this fat ring on, we can't take it off, but the only reason we'd want to switch rings is to put on the Arturius ring later, and we'll just have to take off Havel's when we do that. So, boom. Hell yeah! We're so ripped now. It really is just turning into a regular Dark Souls run at this point. We're so spoiled for choice when it comes to all the good shit we've found. Okay. What are we going for? I'm just gonna... Should I just level endurance until it's 20? Then not worry about it for a while. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Gonna go see Moss Lady about some moss. I got a moss lady, don't worry about it. It's like, hey, where'd you get all this fucking blooming purple moss, man? That shit's been illegal for like years. It's like, I got a lady in sewers, don't tell nobody. You cool, man? I come over to your house and you're like, hey, let's do some moss. I'm like, alright, I thought this was gonna be fucking Squaresville. Didn't know we had a cool guy here. And then you reach under your bed and get out your PlayStation 2 and open the slot where the network adapter goes, and you take out a little bag full of regular purple moss. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? God, I don't want none of that skunk moss. I want the good shit, man. I want the blooming purple, man. Just saying it will get you put on a watch list if there's a cell phone anywhere near you to record you. In fact, my cell phone's sitting right here on the edge of the table, so I'm sure I'll be getting a visit later. Knock at the door. Be like, sir, are you aware of any blooming purple moss in the area? I'm like, I don't know. Why are you asking? No reason. We just would go around the houses randomly and knock. I'm like, uh-huh. Sure you do. Sure you do. Tried to back hop away from a spear. Not very smart. And you went for a sip? That's bold. It'd be irresponsible not to come up here and kill these thieves in the hope of getting maybe some poison resist pants. That's right, baby. I wore my poison resist pants, so I'm all good. That's what you have to do if you're going on a date with Poison Ivy from Batman. God, if her giving you a kiss kills you, imagine what some other activities would do. She's like, you know, one kiss from my lips will kill you, right? And you're like, that's all right. Those aren't the lips I was going to kiss you on. I knew I could work that into a classy oral sex joke, and I did it. I was about to say there's another dog in there in the Capra Demon room, but he realized that it would be a bad idea to tussle with me. Okay. Doggos. All day doggos. Ooh. They don't really drop anything, I don't think, so no reason to farm them. The old R2, R1 is a good combo to take out these thieves, as long as they don't, you know, block and parry your attacks. Once again, why are you trying to back hop away from a spear? It's such a fool's gambit. Nothing. Nothing but a big bowl of nut and honey crunch. Oh. Alright, we're going to have to go down into the sewers, which lead, of course, to Blighttown. I know, nobody wants to go to Blighttown, but sometimes you got to. But also my ass is going numb, so I'm going to end the recorded session here. So, can I wave to y'all? I can bow, I can beckon, I can point, but can I wave? I can. In fact, I have a wave right here.